Well, as you can see, it's middle of January. A little cold out here. A bit of snow. We don't do too much sailing in this kind of weather. We keep them undercover. That is my newest project. It's a O'Day DS1, actually, from the 60s. But back to the S2. Okay, today I am going to be working on my recoring project on my 1975 S2 7.0. S2 labeled it in 1975, the S2 23. S2 23. That's what they called it in 1975. They then changed everything to meters. Not sure why, probably to be a little more sophisticated sounding. I don't know. They're made in America. They were made in America, in Holland, Michigan. But this is what's going on. This is what we got here. I already cut the fiberglass off and tore out most of the coring that was in there. Now the coring is simply 1/2 inch balsa wood with some scrim on the back. It's extremely lightweight, but when you sandwich it between 2 layers of fiberglass, it becomes incredibly strong. And that's how these boats were cored. The rot comes from water getting into places like the stanchion mounts, or in my case, the windows. When I bought this boat, these windows were busted out, and inside the plexiglass there, water got down between the fiberglass and the coring and pretty much ruined on both sides of the boat that much of the deck. So today, what I'm gonna do is just clean up, you see down there, all of that stuff. I tore this out about 2 months ago and I let it dry. It doesn't really take too long to dry, but I want to make sure it's dry all the way up into my 2-inch gap that I left. And I'm going to use a picker tool and I'm going to clean out as far back as I can on that edge and get it ready for new coring and new fiberglass, which I'll put in the springtime. It's too cold today. I think it's about, I don't know, 10 degrees outside, and it's not too much warmer in my barn. So I've devised this tool. It's just an old screwdriver, as you can see, an old screwdriver here, bent, and then, well, let's see here, so it'll zoom in. It's just a picker tool. But watch how nifty this is when I do this, tearing out of the core. Yeah, look how rotted that is. See that? I have to get all the way in there, peel all of that out. And it's like that all the way down the deck. You see, this is about 3 or 4 inches maybe. I have to go all the way to that point there. And then I'll put coring up under there, and I have some support with the existing fiberglass. I would cut all the way back to here, but doing this curve would be a little difficult, and I wouldn't have much meat to adhere to. So, you know, this is easy to lift up and just shove that coring under there with resin. Look at that, isn't that satisfying? Damn sad. all at the same time. But this is the tool to use right here. Just a screwdriver. Makes it super easy. And the coring is dry. It was completely soaked when I pulled it out. It's dry now. It just flakes out. Easy to pull out. So you can see already the amount of coring that's coming out of here. And it's just all dry rotted. It just flakes apart in your hand. This stuff here is actually still good. It's solid. This side wasn't quite as bad as the other side, but I cut it out anyway. And I'll re-glass. It's just easier to do one big piece. And that's where I'm at so far. I'm gonna keep working on this. It's freezing cold out here, but I have nothing else to do today. So I'm gonna keep at it because it has to be done by spring so we can get her back in the water. Till next time, guys.